Mother made her child sleep alone on the street every night. When they discovered the reason, everyone cried. The little girl slept on the floor and everyone was wrong when they found out the real answer. One day, a painful video appeared on social media showing how a little girl of about 3 years old slept on the floor with nothing else under her little body but a dirty and crumpled piece of cardboard. The girl was the daughter of a woman who sold vegetables in the country's largest market. The video of the little girl began to spread through social media, and the event soon became known by social network users. As the video was short and only showed little Martina peacefully asleep lying on the old cardboard that served as her bed, users began to speculate and assume that perhaps the little girl was there because of carelessness or neglect of her parents, or perhaps she was wandering the streets having been abandoned by them. Many times when we don't have all the information available on the particular facts of a situation, it's very easy to fall into incorrect ideas or wrong assumptions. This was the case with Donna Matilda and little Martina. The negative comments and condemnation of the alleged cruel and irresponsible parents of that little girl generated an even greater wave in the networks. So the young man who had taken the video was given the task of returning to the place and inquiring more deeply about the life of the little girl, and what he discovered was something completely heartbreaking. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. The young man spoke with Martina's mother, and the lady told him the sad truth behind her desperate situation. The woman had built a small cardboard house with scraps and she lives near the market. But in a brush fire in a yard next to her humble little house, it had caught fire and burned to ashes. And now, having no one to help her and nowhere to go, she was forced to take her little girl with her to the market and stay there to sleep. When the sad story of that little girl and the difficult life of her mother was revealed, people began to show a very intense interest in learning more about them. What they discovered was very sad. Donna Matilda was the mother of 4 children plus another one she raised alone, since her partner, a victim of alcoholism, had died of cirrhosis, leaving the 5 children and Donna Matilda homeless. The little ones, without the minimum conditions of hygiene and care, mingled among the people who came to buy, and there was a lot of danger they would get lost. Meanwhile, poor Donna Matilda struggled to sell what little vegetables she had to feed her little ones. In the video that the young man took of the poor woman, who in spite of being 38 years old looked like a woman of 45 or 50, Matilda told how she had gotten to that state. She lived there because she had no one to help her children. They lived that way not because she wanted them to, but because poverty and misfortune had fallen upon them. Those sad and heartbreaking statements of the woman, as well as the first video, caused a great impact on social media. People were watching her story and a support movement began to form. People took pity and wanted to contribute so that the life of Martina and her siblings would be different. They wanted to give her a chance that life had denied them. A group was organized to collect and channel all the donations that became available. Through that group, a piece of land was bought and a small but very cozy house was built. People donated not only money, but also clothes, furniture, and household items. Little Martina, as well as Donna Matilda and her siblings, witnessed the kindness and generosity of the people, who, although they didn't know him, had opened their hearts to such a sad story. That outpouring of nobleness and generosity was so great that it was enough for Donna Matilda to set up a vegetable and grain stand, and now she could earn a living and feed her little ones. So much was collected that Donna Matilda, wanting to give back what she herself had received, donated the excess to a foundation that ran a children's dining room and gave shelter to women in her situation. Generosity and kindness multiplied day by day. In life, we don't all have the same opportunities or circumstances, and we must open our hearts to our neighbor in need and to our fellow man who is going through misfortune. With a small contribution, we can make a difference in a person's life and restore hope and illusion. Whoever helps a person to get out of a hopeless situation and may have fallen, helps themselves and pleases God. We've reached the end of this story. We hope that this story of little Martina has been to your liking, and if you enjoyed it, give us a like, share it with your friends and family. Share your comments and thoughts, and subscribe if you enjoy more.